So we are up to Mark chapter 9. I know it's been a while, but I'm taking this one slower than I did Matthew to give more reflection time. But we are at Mark chapter 9. Then he said to them, "Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the kingdom of God come in power." After 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John and led them up a high mountain by themselves to be alone. He was transfigured in front of them, and his clothes became dazzling, extremely white, as no launderer on earth could whiten them. Elijah appeared to them with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. Peter said to Jesus, "Rabbi, it's good for us to be here. Let us set up 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah," because he did not know what to say since they were terrified. A cloud appeared, overshadowing them, and a voice came from the cloud, "This is my beloved Son. Listen to him." Suddenly, looking around, they no longer saw anyone with them except Jesus. As they were coming down the mountain, he ordered them to tell no one what they had seen until the Son of Man had risen from the dead. They kept this word to themselves, questioning what rising from the dead meant. Then they asked him, "Why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first?" "Elijah does come first and restores all things," he replied. "Why then is it written that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be treated with contempt? But I tell you, Elijah has come, and they did whatever they pleased to him, just as it is written about him." When they came to the disciples, they saw a large crowd around him and the scribes disputing with them. When the whole crowd saw him, they were amazed and ran to greet him. He asked them, "What are you arguing with them about?" Someone from the crowd answered, "Teacher, I brought my son to you. He has a spirit that makes him unable to speak. Whenever it seizes him, it throws him to the ground, and he foams at the mouth, grinds his teeth, and becomes rigid. I asked your disciples to drive it out, but they couldn't." He replied to them, "You unbelieving generation, how long will I be with you? How long must I put up with you? Bring him to me." So they brought the boy to him. When the spirit saw him, it immediately threw the boy into convulsions. He fell to the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth. "How long has this been happening to him?" Jesus asked the father. "From childhood," he said, "and many times it has thrown him into fire or water to destroy him. But if you could do anything, have compassion on us and help us." Jesus said to him, "If you can, everything is possible for the one who believes." Immediately the father of the boy cried out, "I do believe. Help my unbelief." When Jesus saw that a crowd was quickly gathering, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying, "You mute and deaf spirit, I command you, come out of him and never enter him again." Then it came out, shrieking and throwing him into terrible convulsions. The boy became like a corpse, so that many said, "He's dead." But Jesus, taking him by the hand, raised him, and he stood up. After he had gone into the house, his disciples asked privately, "Why couldn't we drive it out?" And he told them, "This kind can come out by nothing but prayer." The prediction of his death. Then they left that place and made their way through Galilee. But he did not want anyone to know it, for he was teaching his disciples and telling them, "The Son of Man is going to be betrayed into the hands of men. They will kill him, and after he is killed, he will rise 3 days later." But they did not understand this statement, and they were afraid to ask. They came to Capernaum when he was in the house, and he asked, "What are you arguing on about? Or what were you arguing about on the way?" But they were silent, because on the way they had been arguing with one another of who was the greatest. Sitting down, he called the 12 and said to them, "If anyone wants to be first, he must be last servant of all." He took a child, had him stand among them, taking him in his arms, and he said to them, "Whoever welcomes one little child such as this in my name welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me does not welcome me." Hold on. "Whoever welcomes one little child such as this in my name welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me does not welcome me, but him who sent me." John said to him, "Teacher, we saw someone driving out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he wasn't following us." "Don't stop him, because there's no one who will perform a miracle in my name who can soon afterwards speak evil of me. For whoever is not against us is for us, and whoever gives you a cup of water to drink in my name because you belong to Christ, truly I tell you, he will never lose his reward. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to fall away, it would be better for him if a heavy millstone were hung around his neck and he were thrown into the sea. And if your hand causes you to fall away, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life maimed than with two hands and go to hell, the unquenchable fire. And if your foot causes you to fall away, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life lame than to have 2 feet and be thrown into hell. And if your eyes causes you to fall away, gouge it out. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell, where their worm does not die and the fire is not quenched. For everyone will be salted with fire. Salt is good, but if the salt shall lose its flavor, how can you season it? Have salt among yourselves and be at peace with one another. What does this invoke in you? And I just saw a post online where someone asked, do you introduce your children to Christ or do you let them choose on their own? And I believe that you should introduce your child to Christ. The best way you know how is to introduce them to the Bible, read with them as they're growing up, and be a representation of a good Christian. Your child will go with what they feel is true. If you model the behavior that Christ is asking us to model, then you don't have to worry about if your kid is going to follow Christ later. Because your kid is going to see you as the example. You should be a role model. Don't let anybody else be a role model to your kid. You should be. And if you can't be a role model, work hard at being one. Work towards that. Because your kid will see you trying to be the role model that you anticipate them to grow into. So do that. I'm going to read this again, and I'm going to take more notes, and I'll see you next time.